You can tell from the countdown clock right here, we're about to get started. If you've been here before, then you can just come back when the countdown clock hits 0. But if this is your very first lesson, then I got a couple things I want to talk to you about. All right, so if you weren't here last week, don't worry, you didn't need to be. We're doing a brand new song this week, and if you haven't played piano before, don't worry, we're doing 5 different levels. You can definitely do level 1. You are going to need to click on the PDF button right over there though, download the PDF and print it out, because that's all the music for all the different levels. Now, as you'll see in your PDF, in the upper right-hand corner, it tells you what level that page is for. So on level 1, you're going to want to have that level 1 page, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, you can just ignore those. Just stay on level 1 for the entire lesson. You will want to find the chart though that has all of the notes listed out with all the letters on it, because that's what you're going to use in order to play your piano along with me when I'm playing. So if we're playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, the track would go something like this. And as I'm playing it, I'll show you where all the notes are and where all the letters are. Don't worry about that. But then you're going to play along with me when I'm playing the track. Now, after we've done level 1, I'll show you everything you need so you can practice the song throughout the week. Then we're going to level up, and that looks like this. And now you can see we're on level 2, right? So at level 2, then it's going to get a little bit more difficult, but each time the track plays, I want you to just play the track that you're on. So if you're on track 1, if you're on level 1, then each time, you know, we're doing our thing, we're going. Each time we start that, I want you to completely ignore the notes that we're playing, and you just play your level. So you would play. Because that's going to work with, the track's going to work with your level every time we play it, no matter what level we're on. So we move on to level 2, 3, 4, 5. You just stay on the one that you're comfortable with. All right, so all of these lessons are completely interactive. That means we want to hear from you right now. So go ahead and click on the chat button right over there. Put in your name. You don't have to put in a password. And then you'll be talking with all the other students who are logged in right now, as well as some of my assistants who can help you and answer some of your questions. If you've got a question, though, that you don't think they're going to know the answer to, and you want to ask me personally, then type your question in the box below this video, and then you'll get your answer to your question directly from me. Now at the end of level 5, we're going to raffle off some prizes. These prizes change up every single week. If you're the winner of the prize, you need to let us know right away what prize it is that you want so we can send that out to you. You can tell my moderator, you can let us know at mailbag@learnpianolive.com, email us there. You can fill out the contact form and let us know, but just tell us what prize you want so we can get that out to you. If you're not the prize winner, or if you want to know how you can earn more points so you can be the prize winner, then just stay tuned after the lesson and I'll let you know. All right, you've been very patient. That's all I gotta say. It's time for the lesson. I hope you've got your PDF. You're ready to ask some questions. I'm ready to answer them. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin and this is Electric Elisha. Hi. And he is full of energy and ready to learn this song for the first time right along with you. And in the chat room we have the incomparable Kendra. How's it going, Kendra?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. Can't wait to do this song. It's super, super long. So we have to introduce Kloppel, the impatient penguin, who is always eager for us to move on with things. So you need to go in the other room, get that PDF open, and get to work. You all at home need to make sure you have your PDF open, and let's check this thing out because this is quite a bit of work to do here. So we have our very first note is going to be an E. This is a super long song. I thought about chopping it up into two different weeks, but Kloppel said, no, cram it in. Let's do more songs. Hurry, let's get done with this thing. So here we go. First note is an E. That one right there. That's going to be that note right there. So in order to find an E, you're going to take a group of 2 black notes and do the note right above it. And so you're going to take that group of 2, slide that up, and you'll land on an E every single time. So we've got an E, and then we're going to play 3 of those before we jump up past this F and play this G right here. Then we're just going to walk down, back down to that E, and that's the entire first line. If we can start on that E and play Angels we have heard on high. Now with the track, it would sound something like this. And 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Angels we have heard on high. So then from there, hopefully that kind of gives you the plans that you would need in order to be able to play the next line. Actually, the next 3 lines are all kind of similar. They all kind of stay in that general area. There's one little spot that goes down to a C. So let's play through that together. That second line is going to be start on that E. It's going to go sweet, and then down to a D, and then up to an E. Jump back up to that G like we did before. Jump back down to an E, and then down, and then down. So that's sweetly singing o'er the plains. And then this third line is exactly note for note like the first line. So if you could, as soon as you can play the first line, you'll also be able to play the third line. So we'll have and the anthem in reply. Now if you can't play that yet, that's perfectly fine. Just when you finally do get that first line down, you'll also have the third line. And then this one right here is exactly like this one. So if you can play the first 2 lines, then you can play the third and the fourth line. So if you can, once you have all of that, then we're on to this section, which is probably the most terrifying thing we've ever seen in level 1 in Kids Learn Piano Live. But I stuck it all together because I wanted you to be able to see kind of the pattern that's going on here. It's a ton of notes, it's really fast, but there's a pattern. And as soon as you can recognize the pattern, I think you'll be able to play it. It's going to start on a G, which is the highest note that we've played so far. And then it's going to go, if we just take a look at that section right there, that's the section that's going to kind of tell us what we're going to do for the next 3 lines or so. So glow, and then it's going to go up, and then just walk down for 4 notes and turn around. And they do the exact same pattern. Play that note, go up, down for 4 notes, and turn around. And then the exact same thing. So that thing repeats right there, and that same shape repeats right there. Up 1, down for 4 notes, turn around, and then play the lowest notes that we've had yet, 2 Gs. In fact, in this whole entire song, we don't even play the A or the B. We just go from the C all the way down to the G. So you're not even ever going to play these 2 right here. We're going to play 2 Gs. So all of that together is going to be glow, oh, 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 oh. And then do that shape again, oh, 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 oh. And then do that shape again, oh, 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 oh. And then all the way down here, re, ya. And then we're going to go in, a, shall, cease, day, oh. That's this thing right here. If you can find a C, which is 2 notes below where we started, if you find a C, then you're just going to walk straight up and then straight back down. And then this third line, of course, is the same exact... I haven't even gotten all the way through the song. He's already ready to move on. Okay, so then that third line is going to be the same exact terrifying thing as the first line there. And then this is the exact same thing as that one, with one exception. At the very end, you're going to play a C. So you're going to play in excelsis day, just like you did on the second line. But then at the end, you're going to play a C. If you're on level 1 and this is you know this is going to be our last time through, don't freak out. We're going to practice this a bunch more in the other levels. But here we go. One more time with only level 1 from the beginning. Get ready on that E and angels we have heard on high. Same note. Sweetly singing o'er the plains. And then do the exact same thing. 3 E's, 2 G's, and walk down. And then the second line. And then here's the next part that you're going to need to practice for a while, probably. Whoa. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 Up, then down for 4 notes and turn around. Up, down for 4 notes and turn around. Up, down for 4 notes and turn around. 2 Gs. Start on C, just walk straight up to F, and then back down. Right, and after all that hard work, I thought you deserved some Christmas lightheartedness. So join us in the Kids Learn Piano Live Theater as we watch some Christmas fails. Here we go.
I got that on video. Uh-oh.
Look at that soda! Oh, Lord!
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
And now it's cracked.
All right, hopefully your Christmas is not as faily as those people's, but anyway, let's level up.
Transitioning to Level 2. This may be confusing to Level 1 students, so please continue to practice the Level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So many people falling on trees. How do you fall on a tree? I don't know. Anyway, this is level 2 where we play the exact same notes we've already played on level 1, except now they're all going to be on the official lines and spaces that all the professionals use. It's called sheet music. And so sometimes in like YouTube videos and stuff, they refer to this as sheets. So if you see someone asking someone else for the sheets to that song, they're asking for the sheet music. So if you work on level 2, you might be able to read some of those when they provide them on YouTube in case you're watching tutorials and stuff like that. So anyway, this first note right here is going to be an E because it's on the bottom line. And anytime you have a note that's on the bottom line in the treble clef, meaning that bad boy right there, then it's always going to be an E. So we're going to start right there. So with E, 3 E's, and then you can see that it just moves from E up 2 notes because we're going from that line to that line. So we're skipping over a space, going from that one, which is on a line, skipping that one, which would be on the space, up to this one, which would be on that line. And then we're going to go, this one has a flag on it, so you know that one's going to be really fast. F, E. So we're going to go E, 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 G, G, F, E. Some other things that you might want to pay attention to in here is obviously these guys on the really fast part that I said. Those all have a bar on them. Those are all 8th notes. If you're on Clapple Academy level 2 or higher, you're dealing with some 8th notes. 3 is where it gets pretty intense with the 8th notes. So all of these are 8th notes, which means they're the exact same value as this guy right here. Now I did want to show you this because we've had ledger lines before, but it's pretty rare that you see it that's this extreme. This is going to be a G because if we had a note that was on that ledger line right there, that would be a C. So that would be C right there. And then if we had a note that was on the space below that line, that'd be 1 notch down. That would be a B. If we had, however, another line here, and we had a note on that second line down, that would be 1 lower than the B. It'd be an A, which is why on this one, below the second ledger line down on the treble clef, that one's a G, a really, really low G. It's a pretty low note to still have on the treble clef. Usually the treble clef just graphs the notes from C, middle C on up. So to have this note in there is pretty rare. But anyway, I think that's all that we need to see. You have 2 pages for this one. So you're going to have to turn the page in the middle. But let's try this thing. Here we go. And a 2, and a 1, 2, ready, go. Angels, we have heard on high. then start on the G. We're going to go really fast to the A, G, F, E, F. And then fast again, G, F, E, D, E. And then fast again, F, C, D. Really low Gs. Oh, next page for level 2. There you go. That is the whole entire thing. Level 1, hopefully you're just getting those first couple little snippets of it. Let's try this thing one more time, and then we're going to check in with mailbag. Here we go. And a 2, and a 1, 2, ready, go. Get the first 3 E's there, and hopefully skip up to a G. If you do that much on level 1, you're doing all right. And here it comes again. E, E, E. This next section starts on the G. Here we go. And G, 1 up and 4 down. And turn around. 1 up, 4 down, turn around. 1 up, 4 down, turn around. Level 2, it's time for the next page, and told you, it's a really long song. You could easily make 2 songs out of this. But anyway, it's time for mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson, or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
This week it is from Josie Q, says, why does the piano have 2 clefs if sometimes you have to play the hand with the wrong clef? So that's especially in levels 3 and higher. You get the treble clef, which is, like I said, usually for graphing, middle C on up, and then you have,
If you'd like to win an extra
all right, let's try that again. So 2 mailbags in 1 week, that would be awesome. So usually the treble clef is for middle C on up, and then the bass clef is going to be for middle C on down. I see, you can't see what I'm doing on my tablet right now. Is there any way to get to a shot in this level that has the tablet? There we go. So treble clef is going to be for middle C on up, like I said, bass clef for middle C on down. Now, in cases like this song, where we have some really low notes, we put them in the treble clef a lot of times if we want the right hand to play that note. So that we would put in the treble clef like we do right here at the end of that one. But what Josie Q is referring to is there are some songs in Clopple Academy level 4 and higher where they'll have notes like in the treble clef that your left hand is supposed to play. The truth is that the treble clef and the bass clef get used by all kinds of instruments, so we don't own those on the piano. The treble clef and the bass clef, treble clef gets used for like any high solo instruments, trumpets and saxophones and clarinets and all that stuff, and the bass clef gets used for low instruments like tubas and bass guitars and things like that. So anyway, we don't own them, so on the piano we just use them. And so sometimes in the treble clef we're going to use the left hand, and sometimes the bass clef we'll have to climb down and use the right hand because it's just the music graph. It's not the piano graph, it's the music graph. Maybe that's the fastest way to say that. Anyway, hopefully that answers your question. Thanks, Josie Q. And by the way, I just found out your last name this week, and that is one of the coolest last names I've ever heard of. Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 3. This may be confusing to level 1 and 2 students. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level3 to understand how this level works.
All right, here we go. This is level 3. We were just talking about this, and we're finally in here with some left hand. So the first note of the left hand is going to be a C. Now, there are some patterns in here. For example, the first chunk of the song is mostly C's and G's. So, and of course the second line is the same as the first line. So once you have the first line down, the second line is going to be the same in the left hand. So we have C, up to a G, down to a C, and then another C, G, C after that. So that's the majority of that. And the anthem in reply, echoing the joyous strains. So we got the C's and G's at the beginning. Now this next thing, oh man, if you're in Clapple Academy level 6 or higher, which I'm trying to think, I don't think we have any live Kids Learn Piano Live students that are in Clapple Academy level 6 or higher. I think it's all adults at this point. But thank you, Clapple. This is right here, in case you run into this in any other songs, this is called a turnaround or a 1-6-2-5. That's because this is the 1, this is the 6, this is the 2, and this is the 5. And if you're a level 5 person, then you are very familiar with what I'm talking about there. So it's the 1, and the 6, and the 2, and the 5. That's all a really long way of saying that this pattern that you're going to use for this thing, even though it's really hard, it's going to pay off if you learn it on this song, because it's going to show up in all kinds of other songs all over the place, especially really hard songs. So getting used to this move right here is really, really super, super helpful. That's like a trillion songs right there, as well as a cool thing to just play in between other songs. If you're playing like, if you're going to play, here it comes. And just kind of like takes all the space there until you're ready to go again. So anyway, that's a 1-6-2-5. It's going to pay off later. But Clapple's probably getting irritated that I'm talking about Christmas songs that aren't even on our list right now. Let's try this thing with the track. If you're on level 1 or 2, play your version along with us. But if you're on level 3, I'm going to try the left hand. Here we go. And angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the anthem in reply, echoing their joy. Here comes the 1-6-2-5. Ready? And glow. Oh, 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 oh. What's next with an F? And then a G. Then C. To a C. To a G. And then here's the 1-6-5. Oh, 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 oh. And then here's the F. And then a G. Then C. C. G. C. And for this song, unfortunately, level 3, it's really difficult to keep your left hand all in one position. So you're going to have to kind of move your fingering around and stuff. Try not to do it with just one finger if at all possible. But it's time for us to check in with Electric Elisha and see how things are going. How are things going?
Good.
It's a super, 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 super long song, and at the end of it, it's super, 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 super fast. Are you terrified?
No.
No, of course not. You're Electric Elisha. You would like to take a look at level 1 while you play?
3.
What? Serious? Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Here's level 3. The first note that you're supposed to be playing is what?
An E.
E, yes. And then are you going to actually try some left hand in here too? Or you just like to look at this one as you play?
I just like to do the right hand.
Okay. Okay, right hand only, but we're going to do level 3. Do you want the level 2 where you have the letter names in there? Or no? No, just like that. Okay, brave man. You know what button to press, right? All right, go for it. 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, ready, go. Angels we have heard on high. Yes, sweetly singing o'er the plains. And then the same exact thing again. The anthems in. Wow, yes. Echo their joy. And then here's the really fast part. It starts on a G. Whoa, oh, oh. Yeah, and then F, and then it goes up, super fast. It's gonna come back around. Hang on. We'll get to it. Yeah, it's C, walks straight up to an F, and then D, and then here comes G again. G, up, turn around, and turn around. Yes, and then up, and turn around. And then up, and turn around. And then here's the walk from C up to F. Ready? And C, D, E, F, E, D, 2. You survived. Wow. That's impressive. That's really impressive. So that's like, you had like 70 or 80% of the notes in there, and you've only been practicing for like 15 minutes. That's awesome. We know what to tell them, right? Let's level up.
Let's level up!
Transitioning to level 4.
Okay.
This may be unsettling to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level4 for an in-depth explanation on how to conquer this level.
So Holton, welcome back. So glad you could join us. All right, glad it's working for you. Make sure, I know that a bunch of you, most of you don't know what in the world I'm talking about. Dalton, I want you to tell me later on what worked for you, so that if anyone else in the future has that problem, then we can figure that out for them. Sorry, everybody else, while me and Dalton have a personal conversation on public time. All right, so here we go. This is level 4. This is where things get really crazy. Now, I've inserted all the chord symbols for you, as we always do, so that during the section that says C, all the way up until the G section, then you can add in your own notes as long as they are part of the C chord, which is C or E or G. And if that went too fast for you, I would highly recommend you go to learnpianolive.com/level4 for more help. But anyway, we have all of those notes that we can add in, C's and E's and G's during that section. But I've made it a really cool bass line for you. In most cases, I do like some kind of rhythm thing, or some other little skill in your left hand for level 4, but not here, because there's so many cool notes that we can add in that I just decided, you know what, add in all the cool notes, and then we'll worry about the rhythms and stuff later. So anyway, I'm going to play all of the cool left hand notes for you, and then if we have time, we'll put in some chords. If you're on level 1 through 3, then just do your thing along with us. But if you are a level 4 person and you are pretty far ahead on your sight reading, let's jump through this stuff and see if we can do it along with the track. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2. Ready? Here we go. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains. I told you it's a lot of left hand notes. The and them in reply, echoing their joy as strings. Here we go. Whoa. And once again. And a lot of notes. Yeah. So, if you can get the left hand down for level 4, even if you're not a level 2 or 3 person yet, if you can just get down the left hand for level 4 and just play that and the right hand together, that would sound really impressive. This whole thing. What is it after that? Yeah. Whew. Super cool. And then adding in any other like chord tones. Or any of that stuff. I mean, that would, yeah, you almost have an entire song, an entire arrangement just with those two notes, left hand and right hand. But anyway, it's super difficult also. So, check out all of that stuff. We should take a look at the chords, especially this guy right here. There's an A in this one, and it is in the key of C. I try to make it all white notes for you whenever possible, but you'll see the A chord has an A and a C sharp and an E in there. So you got to watch out for that when you get to whoa, right there. That C sharp. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The rest of it's all going to be white notes, but that one C sharp is going to show up during that A section. We have that one right there and right there, just those two places. All right, here we go. So this is going to be our last time through. Good luck to all of you. Levels 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do your thing. Here we go. And a 1, 2, ready, go. Angels we have. I gotta work on that part too. But anyway, it is time for our feature of the day. So, this is gonna be major or minor, so I'm going to need Kendra's help for this one. This game, you're going to tell me if the chord that I'm playing is major, sounds like this, all happy, or if it's minor, like this, all kind of sad, depressed, scary, angry. I never know what word to use for minor, but major is usually pretty happy. So if it's not happy, if it's something potentially negative or melancholy, then it's probably gonna be minor. You ready, Kendra?
I hope so, yes.
You say I hope so, and then you always get these 100%, so I'm sure you're gonna do fine. But
Okay.
Here we go. You can play along at home. I'm gonna play a chord, and then I'll play the chord, and then each note individually, and then you tell me, is that major or is it minor? Here we go, and... What do you say?
Major.
Major. Beautiful, beautiful. What about this one here? What do you say?
Minor.
Minor. Very nice, very nice. You were excellent at this.
Yay.
Here we go. What do you think?
Oh, me? Oh,
Yes.
major.
Major, yes. What about this one?
Minor?
Minor, you're good.
Minor.
Minor. Okay, one last one.
Okay.
Here we go.
Major.
Major. 100% for Kendra. Great job. Way to go.
I was really nervous by that.
That,
Thank you.
that was our feature of the day. Great job. She's fantastic at that. If you're in Quapple Academy, you get to play these games every time we do a broadcast test because it's included in the ear training section. So anyway, if you enjoy that stuff when we play those, then make sure you're jumping into Quapple Academy. It's going to help you out a whole lot. Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 5. This may be terrifying to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level or visit learnpianolive.com/level 5 for training on how to survive this level.
All right, here we go. Here's level 5. We're going to, I finally got the right hand and the left hand added in here, so you can see which section is supposed to be the right hand and which is supposed to be the left hand. Thank you for your suggestions on that. I forget who it was that suggested I put the hands in there. But anyway, so you're just going to play these numbers. Obviously, we've gotten rid of all of the letters here, and everything here is turned into a number. This is all the numbers for the key of C. Now, if we play these numbers as they're listed, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1. Then that's all of the it kind of sounds the same. And you can play the chords with the left hand, which is 1 right there on Ain. And then heard is going to be a 5. And when you're playing those numbers, you can also play the two notes that are a skip away and a skip away. So on the 1, you can play the 1 and then also that one and that one. And if that made no sense, of course, check out learnpianolive.com/level5. But that's our 1 chord. So our 5 chord is going to start on the 5 and then be every other note starting on the 5. So that's what you're supposed to do with your left hand, is make up something cool with those notes. Something like that. That last part was definitely not cool. But anyway, with some practice, you can come up with some cool stuff. And then what you gotta watch out for is down here we have a major 6. So on a 6 chord, if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then that would be every other note starting on a 6. But that's going to be a minor chord diatonically. Clavicle Academy level 4 people. But that's going to be a minor chord. So in order to make that major with that big M right there, we want to just take that middle note up a half step, and that's going to be your 1 blank note. Now, all of this is exactly the same as what we've done in all of the other levels so far because we're playing it in the key of C, but our key for this song is the key of E. So that's where we take this note right here and we make this a number 1, and then our scale looks something like this. E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Just like your chart says there. And now if we play those same numbers, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5. It's a better key to sing along with because when we go for the really low note, that really low 5, that's not going to be out of people's range. People will have a hard time singing probably. If we go back to the key of C here, where we're playing a lot of people can't hit that note down there. So anyway, playing it in the key of E gets rid of that problem because all of the notes are a little bit higher. So anyway, let's play this though in the key of C. I'm going to try to call out the numbers as I play them. I never get this part right, but hopefully you at home are better at this than I am, or at least you can just read the numbers and play them. Here we go. Level 1 through 4, you just play your version right along with us. Here we go. And here we go. 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2. And here we go. 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3. Hey, I'm doing it. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, and then page 2. 5, 6, 5. 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Did I mention this is a really long song? My goodness. All right, well, it's time to check in with Elisha and Electric Elisha. And you are doing which level? Do you still want level 3 here, or what would you like to look at while you play?
Level 3.
Level 3. Here we go. Back to level 3. And yeah. Here you go. You can either play along with him and see if you can beat the number of notes that he has down, or you can just listen and see how much progress he's made. You know what button to press. Here we go. That's the 1. And a 2. And a 1, 2. Ready? Go. Angels we have heard. Helps to hear the notes. Pattern. Here comes the walk up from C. So we get to a C and C. And then back into the G. G. Up and down. Turn around. And then down and turn around. Up and then down and turn around. And here comes the walk up from the C up to the F. C. F, E, D. Wow. Nice. Yes. Yeah. Nice. So you got some nice improvement on the first half of it. That was excellent. And then the second half is just crazy tough. And you've got like what, a week left before Christmas. By the way, no lesson next week on Christmas Day. But we will still have the daily music challenge. Oh wait, would you just thumbs up? No lesson? My heart. Ouch. No, I won't be here either. That would be totally sad. Here. Hi, welcome to
Christmas vacation.
Oh, really? Oh, that'd be awesome. All right. Well, anyway, you know what it's time for? Not to level up. It's time to find out who won the $10 gift card. Let's find out if it's you. All right, thanks everybody for joining us. Again, no lesson next week on Christmas Day, but the week after we're doing the song, the New Year's Day song on New Year's Eve. So it's going to be Old Lang Syne. Make sure you come back and join us. Nathan and Twitter, congratulations, Dalton, way to go, and we love you. Bye. Hey, you're still here. Me too. Well, here's what needs to happen next. First of all, click on the survey button. That is probably like right over here. Maybe if you're on the iPad, it's like down here below the video. Anyway, it's right around there. Click on that. Let us know how we did today, and also ask us any questions you might have about this lesson or about any other lesson. You might even be the mailbag winner if you include your name in that. And then after that, you're going to go to the music challenge, which is a button probably right up here, up above the video. And so click on the music challenge. You can come back every single day and fill out the code thing and get your points for doing that. So you got your music challenge thing to do after you do the survey. And then after you've practiced the song up, then go to the one up here that says, right over here probably, student videos, and then take a video of yourself on your phone or your iPad or whatever, and then send us your video, and maybe you could even be the featured video and get points for doing that. And then if you have any questions, click the contact button that's also up there somewhere. Anyway, I don't know. But click on that, let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you back here next week. All right, thanks for joining us. It was a lot of fun. See ya.